I'm watching every Oscars Best Picture winner and comparing that to the highest rated movie in Letterboxd for that year. Let's take a look at 1927. The first winner was Wings by William Wellman, a World War I aviation epic. The highest rated movie in Letterboxd for that year was Metropolis by Fritz Lang, a sci-fi dystopia. First, let's take a moment to talk about the Academy Awards, or what we call the Oscars now. The Academy was founded in 1927, with the first awards being in 1929. Hollywood was still fairly young, but it was growing rapidly, so the Academy wanted to celebrate filmmaking as well as establish the industry's reputation. The awards were not televised, the voting pool was really small, and the winners were known in advance. What we now call the Best Picture category was originally the Outstanding Picture category. And for the first awards, there were only 3 nominees: Wings by William Wellman, The Racket by Lewis Milestone, and Seventh Heaven by Frank Borzage. The winner, Wings, starred Clara Bow, Charles Buddy Rogers, and Richard Allen. Rogers and Allen play World War I combat pilots who are in a romantic rivalry over a woman. But as the war continues on, their budding friendship starts to take precedence. Now, to a modern viewer, Wings may seem just like another historical movie, but for 1927, we have to remember that World War I had not even ended a decade prior. Many voters and moviegoers had lived through it, served in it, and or had family members and friends who died in it. While there is a romance plot, there is a strong focus on patriotism, friendship, sacrifice, and I can see these themes resonating with people in 1927. Now for the Letterboxd top-rated movie that year, Metropolis. This is a German expressionist sci-fi dystopia about a futuristic utopian city that is being held together by an underground working class that is abused and mistreated. The city master's son soon learns that not everyone is living like him, and he tries to bring together his father and the workers to create a better life for everyone. And there's an evil robot. This movie was ahead of its time in storytelling, set design, special effects. You may be wondering, why wasn't this nominated? And for the stock answer, we will also see this in future years and nominees, is that the Academy focused on Hollywood. They weren't looking at greatest in the world. They were looking at locally greatest for Hollywood. But even if the Academy had considered foreign movies, I don't think they would have chosen Metropolis, simply for the fact that it's a German movie. Again, World War I had just ended to them. It was still very relevant, and there was a lot of anti-German sentiment at the time. And there were other issues, such as distribution. I mean, this wasn't widely released amongst Americans, and for the few Americans who were seeing this, it was heavily edited and cut. So the version we're seeing today is not what they would have seen in 1927. And while a film history professor and the film bros will agree that this is a masterpiece, in 1927, this had mixed reactions. Some loved it. Others thought it was too ambitious or just too confusing. And I'd like to think also that the emphasis on workers and workers' rights reminded them of the recent communist uprisings, and there was a lot of anti-communism sentiment going about as well. So as we come up to the centennial release of Wings and Metropolis, these movies occupy completely different arenas in film history. Wings seems to have been forgotten, left in the past. The general public isn't watching silent films, and they're not aware of this movie. You have to know about Wings to actively search it out and watch it. Whereas we have Metropolis, which is taught in film classes. Even the general public has either seen it or they've seen clips and scenes, and if not that, they can easily identify movies that were inspired by Metropolis, such as Star Wars. Now, if I had to choose between Wings and Metropolis, I'm choosing Metropolis. And I know judging from a modern perspective is a bit skewed, but it's hard to argue against Metropolis and its influence on film history. I'm watching every Oscars Best Picture winner from 1927 to current and comparing that to the highest rated movie in Letterboxd for that year. Follow me if you'd like to see future comparisons.